real Ghana boxing, man. Let's break down this PBC card on September 21st, where the headliner Peter Quillin, Peter Kid Chocolate Quillin versus Alfredo Angulo, man. Now, before I even get to that fight, because I'm gonna get into Pero, man, Angulo, putting in that work, but we started off the night with Gary Antoine Russell, Gary little brother Gary Russell Jr. He's he went to the body on Luis Castillo and got him out of there early stoppage, man. Gary Russell's in the house. I got an interview with him. Make sure you check it out. The brother, they got a nice trio of brothers, man. They fast and quick, man. They get things done, man. So Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell, put in that work. Got the early stoppage first round, and then the next most notable fight for me was Michel Riviera from Dominican Republic, and he improved to 17-0. He had a tough fight, man. Well, not a tough fight, but it was a Jose Luis Gallegos. That fight ended up getting stopped, but what I want to bring to the table is this guy, man, from the Dominican Republic. He's a very good up and coming fighter. His name is Michel Riviera. He goes by his nickname is La Zarza. 21 years old, 5'8". He's from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Very good up and coming guy. A lot of the guys from the Dominican Republic, there's some good guys coming out of that country, man. So Felix Diaz, I'm waiting for him to come back, and Javier Fortuna, so as those are the first two off the top of my head, but yeah, they got some good talent, man. La Zarza, man, seems to be the next one up. So respect to him, man. I think he'll be very, very good fighter, man. So anyways, man, then we had another nice fight. I shouldn't say a nice fight. It was a quick fight, man. Chris Colbert, man, up and coming, a guy from the Brooklyn, New York. He stopped Miguel Beltran quick and fast, first round stoppage, man. He prime time, man. He came to the ring with his Deion outfit on, man. Deion Sanders. Chris Colbert up and coming. Look out for him. He proved a 12-0. Man, he's solid, man. Very, very good fighter, man. Quick, very quick. 22 years old, and yes, he's gonna be growing. So we gotta see what happens when he faces adversity, man. But moving on to the next one, which was probably the fight of the night, Thomas Delorme versus Terrell Williams, man. Now let me tell you, man, Thomas Delorme, the cagey veteran, man, from Puerto Rico, did his thing. Terrell Williams from LA, is a taller fighter. Now Delorme was 5'10", but Terrell Williams was almost like he was like 6'2" or something. And he didn't even use none of that, man. I mean, he was trying, but the skill set, man, of Delorme, the fast, aggressiveness, and he also had faster hands, man. And Terrell Williams looked like a little slow, man. He was trying to counter, but he was slow. But he did some good work though, man. Terrell Williams did some good work. It just wasn't enough because Delorme, remember he been in there with Terrence Crawford. He been in there with some guys, man. He been in there. He had a draw with Jesse Vargas. He been in there with Ugas. So whatever Terrell Williams was gonna do, it just wasn't gonna be enough, man. Delorme ain't no pushover, man. He got stopped by Crawford, but he's there to fight, man. He was there, and he brought it. He ended up dropping Terrell Williams in the 10th round. Now Terrell Williams, I don't know if people could say that fight could have gone in his favor if it went decision. If he would have not gotten knocked down, and he might have, the cards may have been closer, but man, that knockdown sealed it for Delorme, and he pulled out the unanimous decision, man. Terrell Williams goes to 18-1, but like I said, man, he came to fight, man. He put in some work. It's just that Delorme was very, intelligent with his pressure, and he did his thing, man. Hats off to Thomas Delorme for getting that win, man. That was a good fight. Now moving on to the main event, Peter Quillin, Kid Chocolate, and Alfredo Angulo, man. Now this fight, man, goddamn, man, Quillin, man, is only lost one time. He had a draw with, was it? He had a technical draw, whatever it was, with Caleb Truax, right? But he only got stopped, got stopped bad by Daniel Jacobs. But it's almost like Peter Quillen's taking a lot of damage though, man. I mean, even though he was only, it's like he's a man of 10 fights. Yeah, it's like he almost got the same record as Angulo, but he don't. Angulo, man, he coming all day. He coming all day. So why fight his fight? That's what Peter Quillin did. Fought his fight. I think it's over for Quillin, man. I think he should sit down. I like Peter Quillin, but it's just something off about him, man. Ever since that Jacobs fight, it just ain't been there. Now this fight took place at 168 super middleweight, and look, man, it just didn't look like Peter Quillin was carrying that weight well, man. I don't know, man. He looks slow, sluggish. That was a no decision with Truax. Actually, Peter Quillin had a non-decision. Uh, yes, split draw with Andy Lee. But yeah, this particular fight, man, he came in there with a shit game plan, or I mean, he just could be empty. His tank could be empty. His legs is gone. He's very unstable, very off balance, man. Peter Quillen's always looked like he's always off balance. But I thought he was gonna be able to hurt Angulo because he was very conservative with his shots. He wasn't throwing enough punches, man. And Angulo was his motor. Angulo was still a lot of the later rounds. He rocked Quillin a few times at the end. Quillin would lay on the ropes and just kind of get lazy and then got rocked, and he lost the rounds, man. Angulo was still in a lot of rounds, And I think, man, it's just because Peter Quillin was lazy, man. He fought a lazy fight today, man. Lazy fight on September 21st. He's gonna regret it, man. But his career might be over, man. Because if you losing to Angulo, man, Angulo beat him, man. Angulo got that split decision. The score, what was the scorecards, man? Because one scorecard had, let's see, one score had in favor of Quillin, man. Yeah, it was a 96-94. Ralph McKnight had it in favor of Quillin. And the other side, 94-96 in favor of Angulo, Moret, and then Alejandro Rachin had it, which made the scorecard 97-93 for Angulo. So Ralph McKnight had I don't know what the hell fight he was watching. I mean, I don't know. Some people, Angulo was working, although it wasn't. A lot of his shots was missing, but there was a lot of them missing. Some were landing, but Quillin was using some footwork and everything, but he didn't win. I don't think he won that fight, man. I don't think he can even argue anything, man. He just didn't look good, man. I hope he can. I think it's over for Quillin, man. I like Quillin, but it's over, man. I mean, he was getting hit up by Angulo for all people. Angulo is a dog. He had his support, man. But Angulo is not a guy. You shouldn't be losing that Angulo, man. Come on, man. Peter Quillin is over. Sit down. Just for the sake of everybody and yourself. For the sake of yourself, man. But he put on a valiant effort, man. He didn't. He put on a valiant effort. He just didn't. It just wasn't his night, man. Angulo was applying that pressure. And it was like all day pressure too, man. So Angulo, man, what was next for him? I mean, he's a journeyman at this point, but he got a solid win. I don't know, it gives him a little boost of confidence, but I don't think he can. 168, man, he gonna get slaughtered up there, man. He should go back down to one. I mean, I don't know where Angulo. He's go back to 160. I don't know, but more power. Congratulations to Angulo. I'm sitting there talking about him, but the man won. He worked hard. Abel Sanchez in his corner. He worked hard, man. Did well, and he pulled out the victory, man. While Peter Quillin was just struggling, man. He was struggling, but Peter Quillin was moving. He was slipping some shots, man. But it just he wasn't putting no output. His output was very low, and I don't know how you expect to win a fight like that. But overall, man, it was a good card, man. It was a good card. It was worth the drive, and yeah, man, y'all stay tuned, man. It's real kind of boxing, man. And we coming back, man, for real.